and welcome to our crafting session this morning. It is, let me see, Wednesday the 14th of June, I believe, and welcome back. My name's Jenny McCormack, and if this is the first time you've joined me live or on replay, a warm welcome to you and a welcome to my regular viewers. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I'm based in the little market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire, and that's here in the UK. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning here. It's going to be another hot day, which we seem to be getting used to at the moment, but I daren't speak too soon. So this week I have nominated 2 stamp sets of the week, and these are stamps that I focus on during the week to give you lots of different ideas with them. And this week I'm using 2. One is Rays of Light and the other one is Brood for You. This is the Brood for You one here, and the Rays of Light is this one here, set on my stamping platform. Let me show you the cards that we made earlier. So this was Monday's card with the Rays of Light in the background, and then I used the beer glass on the front stamped onto a die cut panel, and then just added the sentiment that says I owe you one. And then yesterday's card I used just the Brood for You, and I stamped the background using the glasses with early espresso ink, that is, and then I stamped 3 glasses and then I coloured those in using our Blends marker pens, whereas this one was coloured in with the stamp itself. So I thought today we would use the Rays of Light on its own, and I have an idea in my head. I may have seen this somewhere, so you know, that's the fun thing about being a demonstrator, is you see so many different ideas using our products, so it's difficult to know whether it's completely original. I suspect it probably isn't. It's certainly not an original idea. Sorry, I'm just looking for my cleaning cloth. So what I thought I would do, morning Carol, I hope you are keeping well, is I'm going to use our Stampin' Write markers and stamp this, but with lots of different colours. So like a rainbow. It won't be a complete rainbow, but effectively like a rainbow. Morning Jeanette. So, whoops, knock the stand over. So I am using our stamp positioning tool, because then I know I can go back over and re-stamp it if I need to, because with the markers the ink dries quickly. I don't want it to completely dry up, so I'm just going to reposition this a little bit further over. Morning Scott, happy birthday to you, Scott. I would sing happy birthday, but I don't think you'd want me to. So let's reposition this just a little bit further over, so I've got a little bit more to play with. So let's put it here. So I'm just using a piece of sticky sheet to hold this in place. I could have selected a bigger piece and used the magnets, but I will just do this. So I'm just moving, keeping it away from the edges, sticking that onto there. Morning Michelle too, and Jeanette. So I've cut this piece of card, which is 1/4 of an A4, so it will be bigger than I need, and I'm going to position this up here, and what I can do once I've stamped it then is I can position it wherever I want on my card. I could even make a square card by cutting that down. So I'm going to stamp the whole thing, so it's going to be a little bit time consuming. I do apologise, but let's just give it a go. I'll be as quick as I can. So I've got our Brights collection colours. I really must, actually I can move the sheet out of the way. I really must lift my camera up slightly, because it'll keep getting in the way otherwise. It's that close. Okay, right, let me see if I can lift it very slightly without doing too much damage. Okay, yes, okay, brilliant, that will do nicely. Right, so I've got a piece of card on here, I've got my stamp on here, just going to pop a block underneath to hold it nice and level, and then I've got our Brights Stampin Write markers. Michelle, I have your neutrals here, by the way, let me know if you want me to drop it off. Okay, so I'm going to leave them in the packet, and I'm just going to work around in order because I can't, my brain's not working enough to work out what they are in rainbow order. So I'm just wondering whether I need to do one or two segments. I think I'm going to do two segments, and I'm going to work from the top. So the Stampin' Write markers have two ends, and these are water based. The ink is very similar to the ink in our ink pads. You just get a single one for a single colour. It's not like our alcohol markers, and it's perfect for inking up stamps. Also for infilling any areas you might have missed when you stamp. So we have a brush end, which is what I'm going to use for here, and then we also have a new tip end here, and it's much wider than the old one was, and I think it's a great improvement. So I'm going to start here. I do need to take my glasses off, and I haven't got any lights on, but I will put this one on actually, because otherwise there's a little bit of a shadow going on. So hopefully that balances it a little bit better. Okay, so let's just start. So the trickiest bit is that middle bit there. There we go. So I'm just going to use the edge of the brush along there, like so, like that, and then I'm going to stamp it like that. So these are our Brights collection. Okay, so if I wanted it darker than that, I could go back on. What I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to do one coat, because I can always go back and add it. Otherwise we will be here all day. Okay, so I'm just going in the order of the marker pens in here. So if you can see that, okay. So this is Berry Burst, nice bright pink, really popular pink, this one. and put a piece behind it and then put it onto, probably onto white card. Let's find my trimmer. Right behind me. And then I'm going to pop a sentiment on here. So this top part is fine. So I'm going to take a little bit off here. So I want this to be 9.5. So I don't want to lose too much up here, I don't think. So let's cut it to 10 to start with. Okay, it's pretty. And then let's trim this edge off. So this will want to be obviously cut down to take the borders off anyway. And ideally I would put this at 13.85, so a centimetre shorter than my card, which I think will just work. There we go, 13.85. And then I want to take a little bit more off, so I'm just going to take a tiny bit off this side. I don't want to lose too much because obviously that's the short side. I want this to be 9.5, just so that it is going to fit with a nice border all the way around it. There we go. So the decision is what colour card. Oh, bless you, Carol. Well, as long as you're okay, I know you've been busy and dashing around. And thank you, the other Carol. Got Carol with an E. So what colour am I going to put behind there? So the red is quite strong and the pinks are quite strong. So I'm thinking I don't know whether I want to neutralise it. Let's have a look. So I've got no. Dark enough. Okay, let's see. That was Lemon Lime Twist and Berry Burst. Let's have a look at running up the green. That's quite neutral. Yes, as your afternoon, says Nicola. What do we think? Or I could go red with Poppy Parade. What do we think? Quite like the poppy and I quite like the green. I feel the green is more neutral. Daffodil Delight. Might be a little light. Let's have a look. Carol likes the red. And it's going to go onto a white card. So let's get a piece of white and then side. Or I could just do it without the border. No. So it's a bit it is hard to pick. So there's the red. There's the green. I'm veering towards Granny Apple, I have to say. Red is the... Yeah, everybody likes the red. Okay, red it is. Let's pop these away. I think I've got a smaller piece. Almost certainly. There we go. I want to use a card. That's it. And then just a sentiment for the centre here. So I quite like the Let's Celebrate You, because then this could be for Pride Month, couldn't it? There we go. Let's trim this one down to size. So this is going to be 10 by 14.35. That's it. Okay, let's just lay that down. So I'm just going to use my stamp and seal across there. There we go. And that's going to go onto there. So any suggestions other than Let's Celebrate You? Also, it could just be Happy Birthday. Go. Right, let's grab small die cut. I'm making sure I've got some large ones as well, which I have. I wonder if I might cut out an even smaller one, the next one down, because I don't want to lose too much of the colour. It's the rainbow that we want to see, isn't it? Let me grab my stylish shapes and see if the next one down would do it. So sorry, this has been another slightly longer. Yeah, I think that would be a better combination. So, let's grab an odd piece of card. And then I'm going to stamp this in Poppy Parade, pick out the red. And I use the ink pad. So I managed to get everything put away from our Crafty Sunday, and I'll be releasing a date today for my customer craft day in July. There we go. And that will be another all-day crafting with a whole selection of different projects. Just popped up through the machine. It's hot in my window, that's for sure. Right. Just do that quickly. Sorry, it's not on camera. that die back before I lose it. Okay, now do we need a red circle behind it, or is that nice as it is, do we think? I don't think it needs it really, because you've got all of these colours next to it. Let's pop some dimensionals onto there, and we're done. It's got mini ones. Yeah, I don't want the red to overpower it. So there we go. Rather more than I needed. There we go. Not sure my Let's Celebrate You was actually in the middle, but there we go. Thank you, Jeanette. So I could put some bling on, but I'm not sure it needs any, really. So I'm going to leave it. I might add some later if I decide I need it, but I think it's alright as it is. So there we go, that's our card for today. So it uses Rays of Light, that is the large background stamp, and I've coloured it with the Stampin' Write markers. I've used the Brights collection, but you could really use any that you have. And the Stampin' Write markers come as a set in the colour collection, so you can buy the Brights, the neutrals, the regals, the subtles. So those are packs of 10. And then you can buy the in colours as packs of 5, and then there's a black Stampin' Write marker that you can buy on its own. And there we go. So I hope you like that. Thank you so much for bearing with me for quite such a long session. If you're watching it back on YouTube, I suggest you, well, it's probably a bit late now. Maybe I'll put that at the beginning. You might need to skip forward. Maybe I can do that when I upload it. Just skip it forward through the colouring. I might try that. There we go. There's a challenge for me. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow. That's Thursday. Oh, that's a bit wonky, isn't it? Sorry. Thursday evening, 7 p.m. And I'll be using the Brood for You set, which is our other stamp set of the week, and I'll incorporate the dies with that. So thank you so much for joining. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon or evening, depending on where you are from and when you are watching. I will sort out my camera, which is now at a very weird angle. So thank you for bearing with me, and I look forward to crafting with you really soon. Bye for now.